large bags into the overhead lockers, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat, all of your items must be placed into an overhead locker. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure an on-time departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, Oreo ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Any remaining ground crew, please leave the aircraft.
Ciao, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Ryanair 5 Papa Papa, ramp 305 taxi via Echo Alpha, Tango, Delta. Hold short runway 28.
Ramp 305 via Echo Alpha, Tango, Delta. Hold short runway 28, Ryanair 5 Papa Papa.
Bypass being inserted. Locking the gear.
All aircraft be advised information Gulf now current. QNH 1014. Ryanair 5 Papa Papa, cross runway 28 at Charlie. Continue taxi via Delta, Charlie, Tango.
Cross runway 28 at Charlie. Continue taxi via Delta, Charlie, Tango, Ryanair 5 Papa Papa.
All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features of our Airbus A320 aircraft. Thank you. Our Airbus A320, please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and the brace position, which you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft. The cabin crew are now pointing out the exits nearest to you. Please be aware that your nearest usable exit may be behind you. Emergency lighting will guide you to an exit. In an emergency, leave all baggage on board. Fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened whenever the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Hold the mask in place with the strap. Pull on
Please
each
set
side to
parking
adjust.
brakes.
Put on
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Land on water. Take a life
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking the gear.
Pass the tapes around your waist and click together. Pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate the life jacket inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate it by pulling the toggle.
calling for taxi instruction. Say call sign.
Tray table must now be stowed, armrests down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. Further information regarding your safety on board can be
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, runway 28 taxi via Tango, Alpha.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass.
Runway 28 taxi via Tango, Alpha, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Ryanair 9 November Tango, IFR to Dublin Airport. Ryanair 9 November Tango, Oreo Ground. Expect runway 28 at Bergamo 1 Zulu departure. Lita de 1K transition. Squawk 6163. Bergamo 1 Zulu departure, with the all 1K transition. Squawk 6163. Ryanair 9 November Tango. Ryanair 9 November Tango. Read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start. Roger that. Ryanair 9 November Tango. Ryanair 9 November Tango. At ramp 210, request pushback. Ryanair 9 November Tango, Oreo Ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east. Pushback and engine start approved. Face east. Ryanair 9 November Tango. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Contact Oreo Tower 125.875.
cabin crew seats for takeoff. Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu Oreo Tower. Wind 190 at 4 runway 28 cleared for takeoff. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Contact Milan radar 126.75.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, Milan radar, good afternoon, identified. Climb to flight level 100.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you leave. Toilets are located in passengers' seats and cabins. Remember that smoking is not permitted in passenger time. Just a few moments, we'll commence our new flight service, offering you the chance to choose from our fresh selection of amazing
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, contact Milan radar 124.925.
Aircraft calling. Say call sign. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, Milan radar. Radar contact. Climb to flight level 190.
Milan radar, Speedbird Foxtrot, flight level 286.
Speedbird Foxtrot, Milan radar. Radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 370.
Continue climb to flight level 370, Speedbird Foxtrot.
Etero 2038, cleared direct Dixa. Cross Dixa at or above 3,000 feet. Cleared ILS Yankee runway 35.
Cleared direct Dixer, cross Dixer at or above 3,000 feet. Cleared ILS Yankee runway 35, Etero 2038.
Ryanair 7 Yankee Charlie, Milan radar. Expect Elter 3 Foxtrot, runway 28. Expect Eltar 3 Foxtrot, runway 28, Ryanair 7 Yankee Charlie. Alpine 8378, contact Swiss radar 126.35.
Center on 126.35, Alpina 8378.
Ryanair 7 Yankee Charlie, Delta 3 Foxtrot, runway 28. Report ready for descent. Delta 3 Foxtrot, runway 28, ready for descent. Ryanair 7 Yankee Charlie. Ryanair 7 Yankee Charlie, descend to flight level 110. Descend to flight level 110, Ryanair 7 Yankee Charlie.
Milan Radar, Tamazu 7 Tigre TVO, flight level 130.
Tamazzi 732, Milan radar, radar contact, climb to flight level 390.
Climb to flight level 390, Tamazu 7 Tigre TVO.
Weeks Malta 3 Romeo Victor, contact Vienna Center 124.4, bye-bye. Contact Vienna Center 124.4, Weeks Malta 3 Romeo Victor. Mosquito 52 Hotel QNH 1014, expect the LS Zulu runway 35 with the Lime-Libr transition.
QNH1014, expect the ELS Zulu runway 35 with the Lime-Libr transition, Mosquito 52 Hotel.
Laxwing 59 November, contact Rome radar 131.1. Contact Rome radar 131.1, Luxwing 59 November. Ryanair 7 Yankee Charlie, descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1014. Descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1014, Ryanair 7 Yankee Charlie. Singapore 308 Super, contact Zurich radar 126.225.
Center on it was 6 decimal 2 5. Singapore 308 Super. Have a good afternoon.
Itero 2038, contact Lin 8 Tower 118.4 bye-bye.
Contact Tower 118.4 Itero 2038.
Ryanair 5 Hotel Lima, contact Milan Radar 126.3.
Contact Milan Radar 126.3 Ryanair 5 Hotel Lima.
Itero 1296, Milan Radar, expect Osmo 1 Sierra, runway 35.
Expect Osmo 1 Sierra, runway 35 Itero 1296.
Albine 83 Bravo Hotel, Milan Radar, expect Member Tree Echo, runway 35 left.
Expect Member Tree Echo, runway 35 left, Alpine 83 Bravo Hotel.
Albine 83 Bravo Hotel, Member Tree Echo, runway 35 left. Report ready for descent.
Member Tree Echo, runway 35 left, ready for descent, Alpine 83 Bravo Hotel.
Albine 83 Bravo Hotel, descend to flight level 120.
Descend to flight level 120, Alpine 83 Bravo Hotel.
Alpine 83 Bravo Hotel, contact Milan Radar approach 134.175.
Contact Milan Radar approach 134.175 at Alpine 83 Bravo Hotel.
Itero 1296, Osmo 1 Sierra, runway 35. Report ready for descent.
Osmo 1 Sierra, runway 35 ready for descent, Itero 1296.
Itaro 1296, descend to flight level 190.
Descend to flight level 190, Itaro 1296.
Milan Radar, Ryanair 9 November Tango, good afternoon. Through flight level 130 for flight level 160.
Ryanair 9 November Tango, Milan Radar, radar contact, climb to flight level 320.
Climb to flight level 320, Ryanair 9 November Tango. Milan Radar, Eurowings 5 Yankee, flight level 379er.
Eurowings 5 Yankee, Milan radar, identified. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, confirm new altitude flight level 370. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, Roger, climb to flight level 370. Ryanair 7 Yankee Yankee, contact Bologna approach 133.775.
Contact Bologna approach 133.775, Ryanair 7 Yankee Yankee.
Itarro 1296, descend to flight level 090.
Descend to flight level 090, Itaro 1296.
Ryanair 50 Victor November, Milan radar, expect Zubka 2 Alpha, runway 04.
Expect Zubka 2 Alpha, runway 04, Ryanair 50 Victor November.
Ryanair 6 Hotel Whiskey, Milan radar, expect Oswald 3 Whiskey, runway 28. Expect Oswald 3 Whiskey, runway 28, Ryanair 6 Hotel Whiskey. Ryanair 50 Victor November, descend to flight level 120.
Descend to flight level 120, Ryanair 50 Victor November.
Milan radar, Ryanair 107 kilo. Good afternoon, flight level 360. Ryanair 107 kilo, Milan radar, identified.
Milan radar, Swiss 247 Mike, flight level 339er.
Swiss 247 Mike, Milan radar, identified. Ryanair 107 Kilo, you were assigned flight level 360. Issue you at flight level 349er. Climb to flight level 360. Wilco, climb to flight level 360, Ryanair 107 Kilo. Eurowings 97 Charlie Romeo, Milan radar, expected but 1 Echo, runway 07.
Expected but 1 Echo, runway 07, Eurowings 97 Charlie Romeo.
Ryanair 7 Yankee Charlie, contact Milan radar 126.3.
Contact Milan radar 126.3, Ryanair 7 Yankee Charlie.
Luxor 6554, contact Zurich radar 126.225.
Center on 126.225, Luxor 6554.
Ryanair 6 Hotel Whiskey, Osmo 3 Whiskey, runway 28. Report ready for descent.
Osbull 3 Whiskey, runway 28, ready for descent. Ryanair 6 Hotel Whiskey.
Ryanair 6 Hotel Whiskey, descend to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110, Ryanair 6 Hotel Whiskey.
Ryanair 6 Hotel Whiskey, contact Milan radar 126.3.
Contact Milan radar 126.3, Ryanair 6 Hotel Whiskey.
Egyptair 772, contact Zagreb radar 124.85.
Center 1.
Tuta London Civil Airfreight, Egypt Service 902.
Emirates 87 Quebec Super, contact Zagreb radar 124.85.
Contact zone calibrati down.
1.
To the world similarity. إمارة الفساتة طول الكسوبر. باي باي.
Santuk 77 Alpha Bravo. Contact Zagreb radar 124.85.
Contact Zagreb radar 124.85. S20RK 77 Alpha Bravo. Bye bye.
Alpine 59 Charlie Uniform. Milan radar. Expect Lomel 8 Kilo. Runway 15.
Expect Lumen 8 Kilo, on V15, Alpine 59 Charlie Uniform.
Ryanair 9 November Tango. Contact Zurich radar 126.225.
Center on 126.225, Ryanair 9 November Tango.
Eurowings 97 Charlie Romeo. Jidba 1 Echo, runway 07. Report ready for descent.
Jidba 1 Echo, runway 07, ready for descent. Eurowings 97 Charlie Romeo.
Eurowings 97 Charlie Romeo. Descend to flight level 140.
Descent to flight level 140, Eurowings 97 Charlie Romeo.
Milan radar. Volotea 35 Victor November, leaving flight level 145 for flight level 170.
Volotea 35 Victor November. Milan radar. Identified. Climb to flight level 340.
Climb to flight level 340, Volotea 35 Victor November.
Etero 1296 QNH 1014 expect the ILS Yankee runway 35 with the Dixer transition.
QNH 1014 expect the ILS Yankee runway 35 with the Dixer transition.
Ryanair 5 Uniform Tango. Contact Marseille Control 120.85.
Contact Marseille Control 120.85, Ryanair 5 Uniform Tango.
Milan radar, Swiss 358 Hotel, flight level 320.
Swiss 358 Hotel. Milan radar. Radar contact. Turkish 9er Delta Heavy. Contact Zagreb radar 124.85.
Center on Montevideo for Digimal EET Turkish Niner Delta Heavy.
Swiss 358 Hotel. Milan radar. Expect Calip 3 Golf. Runway 14.
Expect Calip 3 Golf, 1V14, Swiss 358 Hotel.
Vueling 344 Zulu. Contact Marseille Control 120.85.
Center on 120.85, Vueling 344 Zulu. Milan radar, Ryanair for Gulf Delta. Good afternoon. Flight level 359er.
Ryanair for Golf Delta. Milan radar. Radar contact. Sun Express 1 Tango Papa. Contact Vienna Center 124.4 bye-bye.
Contact Vienna Center 1 TVO 4 Digimal 4, Sun Express 1 Tango Papa.
Alpine 59 Charlie Uniform, Lomo 8 Kilo, runway 15. Report ready for descent.
Luma 8 Kilo, runway 15, ready for descent, Alpine 59 Charlie uniform.
Alpine 59 Charlie uniform, descend to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, Alpine 59 Charlie uniform.
Euro Charter 2 Mike Lima, Milan radar, expect Luma 8 Kilo, runway 15.
Expect Luma 8 Kilo, runway 15, Euro Charter 2 Mike Lima.
Ryanair 107 Kilo, Milan radar, expect Oswald 3 Whiskey, runway 28. Expect Oswald 3 Whiskey, runway 28, Ryanair 107 Kilo. Itarro 2071, Milan radar, expect Sybil 3 Alpha, runway 16 left.
Expect Zibble 3 Alpha, runway 16 left, Itero 2071.
Ryanair 4 Golf Delta, Milan radar, expect Vicenza 2 Charlie, runway 07.
Expect Vicenza 2 Charlie, runway 07, Ryanair for Golf Delta.
Turkish 1 Golf Victor, contact Zagreb radar 124.85.
Contact Zagreb radar 1TRO4 EET Turkish 1 Golf Victor, geriye.
Miller radar, fraction 5 Tango, flight level 350.
Fraction 582 Tango, Milan radar, radar contact. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, contact Rome radar 131.1, have a good afternoon.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, Rome radar identified. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, contact Brindisi Military 129.775, have a good afternoon.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, Brindisi Militari, radar contact.
Birincisi Military, Turkish 7 Uniform Victor, good afternoon, flight level TF 0.
Turkish 7 Uniform Victor, Brindisi Military, identified. Itarro 1641, Brindisi Military, expect Luxor 2 Romeo, runway 31.
Expect Luxor 2 Romeo, runway 31, Yatero 1641.
Itarro 1641, Luxor 2 Romeo, runway 31. Report ready for descent.
Luxil 2 Romeo, runway 31 ready for descent, Itero 1641.
Itarro 1641, descend to flight level 090.
Descend to flight level 090, Itero 1641.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, Brindisi Militari, expect an Oxa 2 Yankee, runway 31. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, verify instruction.
Expect an Oxa 2 Yankee, runway 31, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
Brindisi Militari, Ryanair 45 Juliet Uniform. Good afternoon. Flight level 370. Ryanair 45 Juliet Uniform, Brindisi Military, identified. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, in Oxa 2 Yankee, runway 31. Report ready for descent. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, in Oxa 2 Yankee, runway 31. Verify ready for descent.
In Oxa 2 Yankee, runway 31, call when ready, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
Ryanair 45 Juliet Uniform, contact Milan radar 124.925. Center on 124.925, Ryanair 45 Juliet Uniform. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, descend to flight level 180.
Brindisi Military, Blue Lux 007 Heavy. Good afternoon, flight level 410.
Blue Lux 007 Heavy, Brindisi Militari, identified. Sunturk 1225, Latina 3 Alpha, runway 16 left. Report ready for descent.
Latina 3 Alpha, runway 16 left, ready for descent. S20RK 1225.
Sunturk 1225, descend to flight level 160.
Descend to flight level 160, S20RK 1225.
Santuk 1225, contact Rome approach 130.9er.
Contact Rome approach 130.9er, S20RK 1225.
Itarro 1641, contact Brindisi approach 133.025.
Contact Brindisi approach 133.025, Itarro 1641.
Magic Sun 6 Juliet Golf. Contact Zagreb radar 124.85. VSET 8 November Alpha. Contact Tirana Control 122.5.
Contact Tirana Control 122.5. Visit 8 November Alpha.
برندزي ميليتاري كتوليفا وغتري روميا وحاففي فليت سلافت الفرينين رزيرا
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Descend to flight level 120. Negative. Descend to flight level 120.
Descend to flight level 120, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
Qatari 43 Romeo Heavy. Brindisi Military. Identified. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Leave D334Q heading 135. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 31.
Leave D334Q heading 135. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 31, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Contact Brindisi approach 133.025.
Contact Brindisi approach 133.025, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Brindisi, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, good afternoon. Flight level 130 with the numbers.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu Brindisi approach. QNH 1012 expect radar vectors for ILS runway 31.
QNH 1012 expect radar vectors for ILS runway 31, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Flight present heading. Descend to 5,000 feet. QNH 1012. Vectors for the approach. Expect further clearance in about 28 miles. Atero 1641, turn right, heading 185.
Turn right, heading 185, Atero 1641.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, descend to 4,000 feet. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, descend to 4,000 feet.
Descend to 4,000 feet, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
Atero 1641, 3 miles from CI31 turn right, heading 285, maintain 2,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 31.
Turn right, heading 285 at 2,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 31 and Atero 1641.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, turn right, heading 225 to descend to 3,000 feet.
Turn right, heading 225, descend to 3,000 feet, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
Itaro 1641, contact Brindisi Tower 118.1.
Over to Tower 118.1 and Atero 1641. Have a good afternoon.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, turn right, heading 280, intercept the 31 localizer.
Turn right, heading 280, intercept the 31 localizer, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, 6 miles from CI31 to turn right, heading 300, maintain 2,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 31.
Turn right, heading 300, 2,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 31, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, established on final approach.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, Roger. Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, contact Brindisi Tower 118.1.
Contact Tower 118.1, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Bye-bye. Brindisi Tower, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, ILS runway 31.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, Brindisi Tower, continue.
$2,500.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, Brindisi Tower, continue.
Roger, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Wind 325 at E12. Runway 31 cleared to land.
Above. 300. Minimum 200. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Exit next available taxiway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used. Please make sure you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care opening the overhead lockers as items may have moved during flight. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our
The chosen
ground crew
position
will
is
help
too
you
small for
complete
your
journey.
aircraft. The chosen position is too small for your aircraft.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu, request taxi to assigned gate.
Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu. Ramp 203 taxi via Alpha. Alpha Delta.
Ramp 203 via Alpha, Alpha Delta, Ryanair 9 Mike Zulu.
The chosen position is too small for your aircraft. Disparking the boarding requested.
Cabin crew disarm doors.
Passengers bus is coming.
Goodbye.
Passengers deboarding starting.